Hi, today we are creating this soft pink eye look using the Urban Decay Naked-3 palette. If you're interested in getting this look, then please keep on watching. As always, I'm first priming my oily eyelids with the NARS eye primer. And then I've already gone ahead and filled my brows with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown and set them with the Clear Brow Gel by Anastasia as well. I've concealed my under eyes with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC42. This is the Naked-3 palette by Urban Decay that we'll be using today. It has this gorgeous array of pinkish brown shades. So first I'll go in with the shade Limit and then layer it with Burnout to get a good layer of color on the eyelid. So first layering the shade Limit on my mobile portion of the eyelid, and I'm staying under the crease with the shade. Next, I'm taking the shade Burnout, and this helps in adding some sheen to the eyelid. Next, I'm going in with this matte shade called Nooner and focusing this just into the crease or the socket of my eye. This will add some definition to this look. Then I'm going in with a clean brush and just blending away any harsh edges. Next, I'm going in with the shade Strange as a brow bone highlighter. And then again going in with the clean brush to really buff everything out. Since this is a very soft look, I didn't want any harsh edges to any of the eyeshadows. Next, I'm going in with the shade Factory, which is a more chocolate pink tone. And then I'm using this with a pencil brush and applying this to the outer V of my eye. And I'll be gradually building this up till I get the desired depth of color. So as you can see, I'm just taking my own time in really building the outer V of the eye. And again, using the clean brush to really buff out the edges. Then I'm going in with this beautiful golden shade called Trick. And I'm using that on a relatively pointy brush. And using this to apply the shade just to the inner portion, inner 1/3 of the eyelid. This will act as a pop of highlight on the eye and bring more light towards this portion. I'm then using the shade Dust, and I'll be applying this just to the inner corner of my eye. Now be careful with the shade, it does have a lot of fallout since it's so powdery and glittery almost, so you will have some fallout that you need to wipe off. So I just took a clean fluffy brush to brush off any fallout that I had from my cheek area. I'm then mixing the shade Factory and Dark Side, and I'm taking this again on that pencil brush, but now on the bottom eyelid, connecting it to the outer V we created earlier. And again, just blending everything out. Next, I'm taking the shade Black Heart, which looks glittery red, but it's mostly black. And I'm taking this on this really tiny brush to tightline my eyes. So I'll be lining that very close to my lash line and then extending slightly outwards to form almost a winged eyeliner, but a very subtle, natural looking one. You can barely see the black on my eyelid when I open it. And here I'm just extending the same shade onto my bottom eyelid, very close to my lash line. So as you can see, it adds a very subtle definition to the whole look. Next, I'm using a black pencil to tightline my top waterline. Then curl your lashes with your lash curler and apply a coat of your favorite mascara. Today I'm using the Dior Show mascara. I think it results in quite subtle and natural looking lashes. Here I'm just going in with a metal spoolie to remove any clumps that may have formed from using the mascara. And here I'm just using the same mascara on my bottom lashes. Finally, I'm taking Trick again on my finger and dabbing it just on the center of the eyelid because I still wanted some pop of light on the center portion of the eye. And here's the final look. So I really hope you like this look. It's quite subtle and wearable, and I think it's appropriate for spring and summer months. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.